we threw around a lot of ideas and kind of just sort of exchanged impressions of the movie for a while, but what we came down to is kind of trying to think positively in the future. What were the changes we wanted to see happen? And then think about some ways to get there. And some of the ideas that came out is just wanted some changes that were pretty clear. Schools need healthy local food. That seems pretty simple to say, but it obviously isn't happening. So if we just get some of these things may not be rocket science, they're just really straightforward. And another is that the people that need food the most, the poorest, are the people who really have a hard time getting food, are the ones who have the hardest time getting healthy food. So we need to make healthy food available to those people in the community, which means fruits and vegetables. So some of the ideas we had of addressing those issues, one was to have a gardening competition. We wanted to do something that was fun. We were going back to what Dwight talked about in the morning, about mixing up the fun, the learning, and the work. So how do you do a gardening competition where the point is to see, you organize it in community blocks if it's in the city. If it's out here in Kahuku, maybe it's in the school. Maybe you have different classrooms competing in the school gardens, or if not, even in their home gardens, to see who can grow the most food to give and contribute to the neediest people in the community that need that food. And we were looking at ways we could kind of try to make it fun for everybody. Maybe whoever wins the gardening competition, whoever creates the most poundage of locally grown food to give to the neediest, a chef comes out and helps them cook. A celebrity chef locally comes out and helps them cook a meal. Maybe here at the Peace Center in the kitchen, they cook with them, with the food, some of the food they grew. Something like that to inspire the competition. And let everybody have a lot of fun with it. And anything else I'm missing on that idea, guys? No? I think there was one other element to it we wanted to make sure, oh, that's right, we wanted to make sure it changes the message, because we thought people feel like they're giving when they're taking their well, we weren't going to talk about it, their expired canned foods and giving it. But we're saying, what does that really mean? Is that really an act of love? Or is that really kukua? Or is it kukua to give locally grown, something you grew in your own garden, or a home-cooked meal? So as part of this competition, we want to make sure we're changing the message, where the real way to show love in the community is to give a healthy food, to give a gift of life and health to the people that need it most, and kind of getting that idea in. So we think if we're connecting that in the gardening competition with the kids, then we're really bringing about change with the people that we want to change, right? Because they're going to be kind of agents for change in their families and throughout the community as they grow. We had some other ideas related to that, like making sure we had some snappy communication strategy, so some good marketing for it. And the other idea we thought about was maybe doing cooking classes, and we kind of got stuck on this idea of doing competitions, not to have winners and losers, just because it kind of creates some fun incentive and maybe a reward at the end for the people that do best. But we thought people brought up the issue that a lot of the kids or families don't know how to cook healthy food. They may not know how to make those healthy meals in their houses. So if you get to the kids at the right age group, and maybe those of you involved in education can tell us what the best one is, involved in having a cooking competition using locally grown food. And once again, get some chefs involved, maybe local farms, to get the local food for the cooking classes, followed by a competition to create the best tasting, healthy local meal. Then you're really setting off all sorts of different kinds of changes, right? You're getting people to use the local food, you're getting the kids exposed to what it is. We're thinking back to that honeydew melon and how good a job that teacher did in having their kids drooling before they even bit into that honeydew. So getting kids excited about the right healthy foods early on, so then they can take that back home with them. Do we have anything else? Oh, I know one third idea was we had a lot of kind of deep discussion at the beginning about this idea of, like, is it about the community, and do we just kind of forget about the government? Because who cares, or who thinks they're actually going to change, or when are they going to get their act together? And what we realized is, even though it's probably pretty natural to be angry at how hard it is to change the policy at the federal government, and how broken it obviously it is, because we're spending our money to create problems. We're spending our money to subsidize foods which are killing people. That by getting these kinds of community level activities going, the people who get plugged into that are ready to take action. So it's going to be so easy once they're plugged into these actions to get those folks supporting events that will get media out or sign petitions or whatever it is that people like the Key Project hopefully can get engaged with, maybe having the right policy platform. It's going to that's going to be a natural follow-up back. So we can focus on the community and still get some political change to happen, because that is important. That's what we got.
Any clarifying questions? Going once? Going twice? Let's give them a hand.
Good job. Good job.